beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Eita. E aí galera, beleza? Aqui falar com vocês Default, trazendo o vídeo de Alan Wake 2. E começamos aqui com um cara peladão, ó. Beleza, enfim, vamos lá, né? Acabei da bundinha do cara, ó. Do nada, mano. Bom, pois é, eu joguei o primeiro jogo já, que deram na Plus no ano passado, né, em 2023, eu não lembro qual mês foi, mas eu gostei muito do primeiro jogo, platinei inclusive, e tava ansioso pra jogar o segundo, consegui agora, e vamos lá, né, tô botando muita expectativa pra esse jogo, né, e com esses gráficos bonitões, né, que eles fizeram na Unreal Engine 5. E vamos lá, né? Eita. Ai, caraca. Ei, esse deu susto. Esse deu susto. Vai, gordinho, corre. Vixe. Ele fez pra correr. Finalmente, correr, bora. E agora a história não é tipo... Eita. Jogo salvo. Jogando normal, na dificuldade normal. E a história agora tipo, não é só tipo do Alan. Também tem uma agente policial, Saga o nome dela. E... e vamos ver como é que é, né? Que parece que agora tem esse lance mais investigativo e tal, que não tinha no primeiro jogo. Ah, mano. Eita! Morri. E troféu. Temporada de caça. É pra morrer mesmo. Caraca, o coração dele. Alan Wake 2. Gostei desse música. Já começou bem macabro, né? Normal.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers! I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. I love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo. Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up. Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work.
Entendi. Bom, essa é a saga, né? Ela tem um filho chamado Logan.
A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
E convite. Bora lá. Vá até a cena do crime, acha os policiais. Agora pra onde?
Before we get swallowed up by the trees.
Aqui foi onde a gente subiu com o
I
gordinho,
should
né?
take a look at that map. The Federal Bureau of Control? That's a new one. Toxic volcanic gas, huh?
The FBC is an obscure branch. Only shows up for unusual cases.
Well, what's so unusual about volcanic gas?
Beats me.
Logged. They really
Ixi.
don't want people coming in here.
Textão, não leio. Beleza. Bom. Nossa, esse gráfico tá muito bom, ó. Muito bom mesmo. E aparentemente é tipo um pouco Resident Evil no lance da porta lá, que parece que a gente tem que achar um item, né? Troféu, território terrível, Cauldron Lake, mapa.
I think I hear someone. Could be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
Tá, eu vou dar só uma olhada por aqui. Nada, né? É, tá. Bora lá. Saga Anderson.
Hey, over here. Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff
Casey.
Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Hey, Mulligan, tell them I'm here, waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
Encontro policial no
Before we
mercado.
get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
Cauldron Lake. Quadro de casos. Que isso?
The Mind Place.
Um lugar mental.
My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
Entendi. Todas as vítimas, dados como desaparecidos. Tá. Agora, como é que eles têm foto disso aqui? Beleza. Objetivo. Tá. É bem grandinho. Então, esse é o lugar mental da saga, né? A gente vem pra cá pra organizar os casos. Aqui é pra sair?
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started.
Tá, não pausa o
Let's head
jogo.
down the hill to the crime scene.
Então, posso ser atacado enquanto estiver no lugar mental.
Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
Excesso de céu é foda.
Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Real funny, Anderson.
se aposentar. Alex Casey. Bom,
Stairs are out.
a escada já
You okay
era.
to jump down?
I'm not that old.
Nem é um salto tão grande assim. Europeak. Bom, vamos lá, né? Até agora, tudo de boa.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing,
I think I saw something. It'll only take a minute.
I'll wait here.
Isso porque ela não viu que os bichos que estavam atrás dele. Aí ela fala que é de boa mesmo. Agora é legal essa liberdade que eles deixam pra explorar aqui o local. Ah, porque não tem nada, né? Então, vamos lá. Era só o negóciozinho.
Did you get lost, Anderson?
O cara tá com raiva de mim já.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
Try explaining it one more time.
How much clearer can I make it, Mulligan?
I'll look around. See you in a bit.
Take your time.
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you. So, FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob?
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
Thornton, he's joking.
Let's just see this body, shall we?
Now this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. Now we didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay. Let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this
Tá,
fit
e
the
agora?
MO of the previous murders? Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
Imagem principal, você pode colocar no quadro de casos. Tá. Sagas. Vou colocar aqui. Ah, não.
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
Tá.
The
Coração.
killer left the heart right next to the body. Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down. Incised stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed.
Bom, agora a gente coloca na ordem. Tá, como é que faz pra colocar aqui? A ordem, amarraram ele. Depois cortaram.
Keep trying.
Ué. que não tá indo?
That's not right.
É possível colocar pistas recém-descobertas? A pergunta aberta. Ah, tá, porque é mais do lado aqui.
Nope.
É aqui sim, pô. Tá doidão? Ó. Égua. Ah, entendi como tem que fazer.
Heart
Tá,
removed
entendi.
from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous
Não, eu
murders.
tô lesando muito,
But
né?
this time the
Eu
heart and the
tenho...
straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
Tá, assassinos. Triângulo.
Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here. Multiple people were here. Multiple killers?
Tá.
Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here. Waiting. Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera?
Agora sobre assassinos. Aqui.
Boot prints, indicating multiple killers.
É, indica mesmo.
Quite the party.
Tripé achado, né? Aqui. Fale com alguém, tá? Cadê?
Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. I haven't heard a word about him since.
Ah,
Until now.
esse é o Nightingale. Aquele policial que sumiu do nada.
Oh, yes. You probably
Tipo,
knew
no
him.
Alan Wake, quando o Alan
Brothers in
tava
arms.
preso.
Oh, and sisters.
O Alan, ele prendeu o Alan. Aí... aí a presença obscura puxou ele. Caraca. Tá, e agora?
I want to walk around for a minute.
You know where to find me.
A creepy twig sculpture?
É, tem que dar a volta por aqui pra descobrir mais pistas. Interna. Pô, esse gordinho é do Nightingale. Um culto doido aqui, né? Ô, véi, esse jogo tá muito bonito.
Hey there, Mr. Deer. You remind me of a dream I had.
Tá. O que mais eu descobri aqui? Vítima. Fale com alguém. Ainda tem que falar com alguém? Com ele, então, né?
And I know how to keep confidential matters confidential. Look, I get that the UFO thing
So
was a
you knew
joke.
our victim.
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state, but yeah, I ran into him a
Eu
few
também
times
não
in
reconheci.
Fargo. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
Tá. Vítima.
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
Tripé. Mais pista.
They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now? Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together. Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder. Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Like the switch, it goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
É aquele botão clique. Um dos últimos capítulos de Alan que mostra. Veio de Cauldron Lake.
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake.
This way, right?
Right.
Okay, well, I'll just wait here.
Bom, essa parte inicial tá sendo mais investigação mesmo, né, e tal.
Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Lots.
There's a piece of paper on the ground.
I didn't know trees.
Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out. A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading
the words.
These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept?
Even if they knew it would end up hurting them. Someone's been watching us.
Troféu, longe de ser a última.
Game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us.
E começou as loucuras do Alan Wake. A
I
página.
found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest.
Peito.
I must find out what.
Então a gente tem que voltar lá pra ele. Cadê? Perdido. Ah, tá. Tem que voltar lá com ele. Que botaram uma página no peito dele. Cadê? Tá ali.
Hey, you made it back. Good. I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Tá, eu tô... Tô aqui, mas e agora? Ah, tá. Só fazer isso aqui. Pronto.
I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense. Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside. Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Então é isso? Ah,
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
valeu. Chave de atalho.
Thanks. Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
O que? Não entre. Tem coisa aqui.
Is that a kid's lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective. He hates those cheesy crime books. Really hates the movies.
Ah, isso aqui é pra melhoria, é? Tá, mas eu nem tenho. Então ele tem o mesmo nome de personagem de um filme. Coitado. E um detetive também. Curiosidade que esse cara é o diretor do jogo. Ele se colocou no jogo.
Tripod. Tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod? For a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
Stuff in something for us to find.
Ah, tá. Aqui é o lugar do início. Que tava... precisava da chave.
Here we are. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner.
Pronto. Já pegamos 3
I
troféus
can't
já.
get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so
Nesse início
directly
de
before.
capítulo. Ai.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I
Great
wasn't sure about
Falls.
taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery.
Olha ela aí, a cidadezinha.
Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town. The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
Bom, galera, então é isso. Eu vou ficando por aqui. Espero que vocês tenham gostado. Se curtiram, se inscrevam no canal, deem like, compartilhem, comentem pra aquela moralzinha. E é isso. Valeu,
I'm
falou.
gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
Ô, louco. E até a próxima live ou vídeo. Fui.